Okay, please excuse my jacked up hair. I just woke up and it's like 8 in the morning and I really need to take a shower, even though I hate showering in the morning. And I'm sorry if you hear scratching, that's my cat using the litter box, and I shouldn't have started until he was done, but I was stupid and wasn't thinking about it. Yep, can you stop, Bomber? No, he's gonna keep going for 1 minute. Let's take one sip of coffee and then he'll be done. Okay, sorry. Okay, yep, he's done. Okay. So pretty much, he's still going, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. So pretty much, the whole Colleen Ballinger rant last night was just, I was so sick of watching videos about, like, everybody just kind of hating, and there were a few people that were giving, like, some benefit of the doubt, but the, like, overwhelming amount of, like, just hate, and, like, I don't like her, I've never liked her, and, like, I don't know, I just kind of thought it was a little bit too much, and I'm gonna turn the brightness up a little bit. But, like I was saying in that video, and, like, I'm still trying to say that this channel is still going to be dedicated to Dahvie Vanity, and I'm not trying to, like, I understand that, like, there's, like, Pastel and Rep and so many other people that are, like, in Creep Show and, like, Edwin and Mal that are, like, keeping very up with, like, the current victims and, survivors. I'm sorry, we've gone over this. If I accidentally say victims, it's not trying to be offensive. It slips out sometimes. But pretty much, I'm not trying to, like, take any thunder of, like, them and, like, trying to, like, pick away interviews that they find important and that they want to do, and, like, that's not my point at all doing this. It's literally, like I was trying to explain, it's just, like, if in the future, because I know this is just going to continue to blow up more and more and more, there just, like, needs to be as many platforms as possible, and as their inboxes get more and more filled, and as this gets more and more attention, they're going to be more and more overwhelmed, and whether or not they want to trust me, or any of you guys want to trust me, I promise that I am going to be a trustworthy source, and I am really just trying to do okay. And I think my first kind of, like, very untouchable thing I can do, and, like, to just kind of prove that I'm serious about helping, is I was looking last night, and this is no, like, hate to anyone, because everybody's just so overwhelmed with everything, and everybody's trying to, and I'm sure other creators are currently in the process of, like, trying to get it together, and just are so busy working on other things that they don't quite have the focus. But I think what I'm really going to try and do is write out, like, psychotically research out, kind of, and make up as good of a, like, just overall timeline of all of this as possible. And a lot of you guys are just making sound just to make sound. Now my cats are playing. They just don't want to help me with this at all. But what I'd really like to do is write out, like, as much of a, like, comprehensive timeline of all of this as I possibly can from the videos of the survivors, and just information that other people have, and, like, so any survivors, if you want to reach out and kind of give me some of your info, you don't really have to, like, I'm gonna start off with this, just pretty much everything that's been publicized and everybody that's already told their story, and just kind of go off of there. But this is, like, if we can all just be realistic for a second, that like, the police and, like, court systems are so backed up right now, and, like, they're dealing with months and months of behind stuff for coronavirus, and even just, this might sound stupid and it may never help for them, but even someone else writing out, like, kind of a timeline that they don't have to trust the timeline, and they can go off and do their own research and check whether or not the timeline actually matches up with what they have. But even for everybody else that's covering this, and even there's just been so much stuff that's consistently coming out on a daily fucking basis that the timeline is constantly being adjusted and constantly being updated, and whatever timeline that does come out, it's going to be just like a first version draft of timeline. But I think that could be semi-helpful, at least for being able, because, like, a lot of people posted videos when this first kind of came out, like, explaining the basics of, like, who he was, and what the basic timeline was, and what the basic, like, first assault timeline was. But now we have 20 more, like, now we have over, like, 100 more pieces to kind of fit into the puzzle and fill out, like, where this stuff was happening, and what states, and what countries, but that's going to kind of be my focus for today. I'm still going to try. I have so much other shit I really need to get done, and I have a lot of my own business stuff that I really need to get done before I can even kind of devote any time to this. But I kind of wanted to come on and just put my contact information. My Instagram it's for my business, just because I don't want to have my own personal Instagram connected to this with, like, my name and everything. But that's going to be, it's Spruce, Vermont. So you can DM me on there if you want me to get any of your information. And please don't feel a need to trust me until I, like, kind of prove that I'm not a crazy bitch who's doing this for, like, any ulterior motives other just because I literally can't sit here anymore and, like, not try and help in some way, shape, or form, even if that's just using my ADD focus abilities to, like, go into heavy research mode and, like, make a nice PowerPoint, because, like, this is gonna sound stupid, but that's the kind of stuff that's, like, weirdly therapeutic to me, is, like, doing tons of research and, like, figuring out times and, like, putting it all together and, like, getting a better picture of, like, what the overall story is. And hopefully it will be a video that, like, I mean, hopefully the people that are covering this will do enough of their own research and kind of check my shit enough to, like, line up with me and be like, okay, so she did actually do research on this, and she didn't just pick random dates, and she did watch our videos, and she did listen to what the survivors had to say, and, like, did actually credibly source what she's learned, and that I'm not just talking out my ass. But, and, like, please, any other content creators, like, if I put out a timeline and it's like, fucked up, please call me on it, please message me. My email is also going to be below. It's brucevermont@gmail.com. Again, business email. Again, you don't have to fucking support my business in any way, shape, or form. It's just kind of like, sorry, like, if you at all want to support me in any way, shape, or form, like, the plan is still running that we're going to donate, like, 50% if this channel ever does get monetized, and if we are able to ever kind of get donations. I haven't even linked my own GoFundMe for my business yet, because I don't even want that to be, like, a question right now of, like, if I'm doing this for that, or if I'm doing this for, like, the right reasons. So, like, not even kind of linking any of that right stuff right now. But I am going to put my email and my Instagram info below, just so anybody can contact me if they would like to, because I know I've kind of put all of this out into the universe, and the only real way to contact me is to like comment on the video, and I understand that not everybody wants to do that, and that's completely fine, and I don't want to like push people out into doing things that they don't want to do. And if you are a like survivor and you would like to be included in the timeline, but you would like some of the survivors, like what I would really like to do is kind of like I was watching this one girl's video last night that I'm not going to mention her by name because she put out a video but doesn't super want to be connected with it, and I am going to contact her and just make sure it would be okay for me to put her in the timeline, because she has publicly come out and did it, like not with any of her name connection, and I would be like Survivor X or like give her a number and not put her name to it. But she showed a photo of what she looked like at 10 years old that night, and like just to have a timeline of like they were 10 years old and this is what they looked like that night, and like any of us that are sane can look at them and obviously tell that they were not even close to being 18. And yeah, but so that's that. I'm gonna work on that today. Really still need to take a shower, and if you haven't done that in a while, take a shower today. Try to, at least. Get some water, get something to eat. I still really would like to make a video of like the 20th simple and easiest things to like do in a day to have kind of a successful day, because I would also like to focus on stuff like mental health, and like, because I know I have a lot of, whether or not you want to take the advice, I have a lot of life experience just dealing with like the mental health industry and dealing with all that shit. So yeah. Yeah, I will put my info below. Spruce Vermont is Instagram. Don't feel a need to follow. Don't feel a need to like do anything. But that's that. Email is sprucevermont@gmail.com. So if you want to contact there. And please don't feel, if you do contact me, I will completely ask whether or not you would like to be like connected to someone else, and if there's anything else I can help for you, and if you would just kind of like to like be included in the timeline and you don't even have to like put your name connected to it. Like, I understand that, and like I'm not going to put anything that like and that people don't feel comfortable with. And if I ever post anything and a survivor watches it and isn't comfortable with it, please contact me immediately and I will take it down ASAP and respect all of your wishes, because I understand if you don't want to be connected to this, like, you don't want to be connected to this, and that's completely fine, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that's my little 14-minute rant for this morning. Yeah, I will put my information below. I'm rocking. I'm going to work on that a little bit today. I really need to get a lot of business stuff figured out, like I said, but that's for the day. So, hope you have a good one. Bye!